Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. We are at Ironwood. This is where Greg's event is held every year, Fit for Expedition. He has an event with some other YouTubers and they host it like right over there. But we've camped here several times before, so we decided as we were passing through the area, this was a great place for us to stop off, have a good night's sleep. It's always quiet here and you can see the city of Tucson kind of in the distance at night. It's really cool. We pulled in last night pretty late. It was after dark. We found this spot, which was a pretty decent spot to have for sure. But at the same time, we were pretty tired, starving from our day's adventure. And so we sat down and had a delicious dinner in Riley's car. Turkey dancing at Ironwood.
With a light.
Woo!
Wow.
Okay, it's time to eat dinner. We have pretzel bread, chips, pulled pork, which got a little juicy on the way in because the road was rattly, but should be good. Now we're waking up, getting our things together, and I think our goal for the day is to make it to Phoenix today. We have to figure out what exactly we want to get into, but Phoenix would be a good wayward point between here and Vegas. Riley. Yes. Riley, I see you up there working.
Well, I'm trying to feed my dog, but then I dropped his dog food everywhere.
Oh no! Tyronius will be sad.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine. So Vegas is in a couple days.
Yep.
Phoenix today.
Yep.
What do you want to do in Phoenix?
Oh gosh, I sent you a bunch of things on Instagram.
Cool.
I have to find it. Most of it was restaurant related.
I know there's so many good restaurants in
Right.
Phoenix. Well, we can figure out something. Let's do a small activity day. And then if you don't mind, I kind of need a work day.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind and I had a video that went weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a good Starbucks in Phoenix.
Woo-woo.
It's one of my favorite to work at.
Awesome.
Cool. Do you want to go back to Phoenix? We haven't been there in a while. Oh, all you want is your foods. Okay, cool. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. You can get out and get your food. You got to come out of your bed to eat. You're not supposed to eat in bed, buddy. I feel like we have a lot of different rules for just the road, just for safety and stuff like that. And Tyson is trying to set his own rule of you get to eat in bed. I get it. I've wanted to eat in bed too, but it never ends well. You get crumbs, you get weirdness, you have the random piece of food that falls when you don't even know it. And then he would have this little morsel, which might not be so bad, but if it's wet food, that would be bad, right? Probably. Anyway, I gotta get my life together, so while I'm getting my life together, we'll figure out where exactly we're going, and then we're off to Phoenix. Now, while we're staying at this campsite, there are a few interesting rules here. You can stay for up to 14 days, but you have to relocate 25 miles away after that 14 days. All personal property cannot be left unattended for more than 24 hours. So if for some reason you have an emergency and you have to leave a tent out here, you have to come back to that within 24 hours. There are no occupancies for residential or commercial, meaning you cannot sell anything on this land unless you have some form of permit. They ask that you do take your trash with you. Of course, we leave no trace, so that's that's easy. Campfires must be attended at all times and fully extinguished. Most of the campsites here have little fire rings, and so if you choose to use those, make sure that you're very careful. Also, you cannot cut live or standing trees, but you can use downed pieces. So like all of these tiny little pieces on the ground, you could pick those up and use those as kindling, but you couldn't cut this guy down right here. Also, you're not supposed to burn trash, and pets have to be on a leash at all times, otherwise the violation of the staying. So even though it's nice to free roam, they can't free roam out here. It's against the rules. I really enjoyed this site, but it definitely has a lot of people who come out here. And so even though there are a lot of people, it's not like super crazy like some of the places we've stayed. So it's pretty quiet still. And at nighttime, it's super dark and quiet. So it's nice. We've actually light painted out here. That was really fun. I've stayed out here a couple times with Riley. It was really nice. We stayed out here one time with our friend Sam. That was cool. And then of course we've been to the Ironwood and then camped out here solo dolo. So yeah, lots of cool stuff, but those are rules that you have to follow, and especially one with pets, because there are a lot of like coyotes out here and other kind of little things. There's desert foxes and just overall little critters. So keep your pets on their leash. You have to, guys. It's part of the rules. Coming back over to our campsite, and obviously Tyson has his little carrier, but also he definitely is always on a leash because, again, with all the critters, it's just not safe. There we go. We try to follow the rules by leaving no trace, making sure we take care of everything, and then also making sure that we pick up not only after ourselves, but also Tyson. But when rules say, hey, you need to use a leash, even though free roaming is something he'd probably like, Riley really respects that, and that's why we travel together. I don't want to be the person who gets something shut down just because we couldn't follow the rules. That's absolutely asinine and very selfish. So not only do we do our part, but we also try to pick up after others, which is what we're going to do around our campsite for a few minutes before we head out. Doesn't look too bad out here. Looks like somebody's pretty much maintained this one, but we always look around anyway, just in case there's any loose glass, nails, anything like that. So we'll do that. Right now, I'm cleaning up my dishes so I can get ready to run into town. We're gonna get gas, then we'll hit the road to Phoenix. I still don't know what we're gonna do there though. First things first, we gotta wipe them down and then we'll wash them. But this just gets all the extra junk off so I don't end up wasting quite as much water. So this works. Oh my goodness. I need to clean out my fridge too, but I don't think that's a right now thing because we do wanna hit the road soon. So I'm just gonna get this as clean as I can, and then I'm going to use the water, get it the rest away. I guess whenever we get back to Vegas, I'll have a fridge clean out day because I had something that leaked. I hate that. These containers are great. I will say that because they only snap on if there's any liquid in it and it gets tilted, bad news bears, bad news bears. So this is the one that leaked and it's pretty gross in there. So I'm just kind of chunking a few of those in there to absorb. I'm going to leave it in there for a few minutes and then I'm going to pull all these out and put everything back in. I think that just handling it is going to be okay. It's isolated to this compartment of the set power. This is completely my fault. I hate when stuff like this happens, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. Every morning whenever I wake up, I try to assess what all is needing to be done for the day when it comes to travel, when it comes to work, when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to organizing. And I try to like work through my list in a way that's very manageable so I don't feel overwhelmed. There's no reason that I should ever have to sit and clean at a campsite unless I have been through it. So most of the time my van's pretty clean. Like the back end, very nice right now. I have some things out of place. All I need to do is put them in place. But every day I make it a point when I wake up and I put my bed away to make sure that my rug is good. I make sure I'm not bringing my shoes in by wrapping them with my shoe covers always. And then if for some reason chaos happens, like when we were out at Schoolypalooza and there was dust everywhere, I just take the time to go ahead and dust it. It doesn't get that bad as long as the windows are up and the doors are closed. My seals are really good, so I don't really have that much issue. But like when things like this happen, I don't like it. I don't like it. But at the same time, is it a non-negotiable for me to like sit there and be like, oh no, I just have to like put it off? No, it'll start to get really gross. So I handle it. I take care of it. So I just kind of kicked myself in the butt today and was like, okay, cool. We're going to get this done. So that's what we're doing. We're doing some van projects. You know, just a normal day of van life. It's looking a lot better. I'm just wiping everything down one last time. And then we can say the van checklist for today is pretty close to done. I still have to organize, put on clothes, of course, get out of here. But I think I can put food back in here, and that is a big win. Okay, fridge is repacked. It's not perfect, but it's good. It works. Riley's getting out her drone. I droned this morning just for funsies. She has this one. So make sure you check out Riley's channel for all the things that she does on her adventures, of course. Riley Does Life. If you aren't following her yet, Where have you been? Seriously though. We've been traveling together for, I think we figured it out, it's like 4 years now, off and on. And in that time frame, we'll have people who have been watching for a while who'll just pop up and be like, oh my goodness, I just found Riley. Guys, Riley's linked in the description of all my videos. Please go follow her. She has some really cool adventures that she does solo and with Tyson, and then also on our adventures, of course. And even though we travel together, we're completely different. And so our videos look vastly different because we each see unique, special things. And I think that's what's cool about nature and history and the places that we go, is that everybody, when they go to these places, they can find that little thing that they connect with. And that comes through whenever you're watching YouTube videos, is that like Riley might see something that she's super interested in that might be a, okay, that's kind of cool factor for me, but at the same time, not something that in the vast picture of a ginormous place I film, but she might film it, and kind of vice versa. So it's really neat to kind of see, even for myself, whenever her videos come out, I watch them and I'm just like, oh, I missed that. I'm gonna have to go back and see that now. I definitely encourage you guys to go check her out. I also leave a lot of different other channels in my community tab of people that I've either met or that I think have neat stuff. So please go and check out the community tab just to see if you can find some new creators. I love sharing other people's channels just because it helps us all to see the bigger picture, that we're not all the same, we don't all have the same goals, and that's okay. We all travel differently, and that's what makes this awesome. I'm charging everything up on our drive today, so I've got these two power banks that need to be charged. This one is at 44%. This one is at 15%. They are both plugging into the Jackery V2. The Jackery is currently at 90%, so it is also drawing off of the DC port. This power station is at 79%, so we're gonna try to get this one up there a little bit more too. And that one has been a struggle bus. Not exactly sure what happened last night. I'm not sure if I just tapped the cord wrong or something, but last night I got to the camp and it was not charging at all. And all day long when we were driving, it wasn't charging. Oops. That happens sometimes. Even being on the road as much as I have been, sometimes that just happens. So I have it all charging up this morning, and so now we're gonna see kind of where it is. It's only been charging with the van on for just a short time. So we went from 0 to question mark, dot, dot, dot. It looks like we made it to 14%, so that's pretty good. It is a good charging speed. Everything's plugged in good. This is charging off of the DC port now instead of the solar panel. So that guy over there is pulling in from the solar panel. So I figured this would be the fastest way to get it topped back off. I need to put up my Panda. This is the inside of the Panda. This is why it's so warm. It's just pure Sherpa. So nice. So I'm gonna fold it up and then put it into the poof, move my computer back, and then we're ready to hit the road. Of which I need to move my laptop back to its safe place. I usually put this kind of in a section that I can brace it so that it doesn't fly around. So what I do is I put it up against the bed, I move the puff forward, and then it fits in like a puzzle piece so it's safe. So just like that, it doesn't rattle, it doesn't move, it doesn't fly around. It keeps everything in here good so that I don't have any issues. And whenever I get to camp, I move it out of this space so it's in another safe place. Now it's getting pretty warm this morning, so gotta have all the air going out the doors to kind of dissipate some of the heat, because we cook in the box a little bit when we're sitting still. So I have no coverage or anything like that. So I figured this was a good way to do that. Also, I like to run my air conditioner just to push all of the nastiness out. On a day like today, since there's no wind, this works out really well. It just helps to kind of balance the airflow whenever I do start going, so I don't have to necessarily rely on the air conditioner like blasting. Super helpful. Another thing I do for that is put on the Febreze, but I don't know what happened here, so it may or may not work. We're gonna find out if it goes back together. That was weird. Okay, it seems to work. Cool, cool. So normally I spray into my dirty clothes bag when I put anything in there. I spray the curtain and I spray above the curtain so it can get into the back. I do wait to do that until I've closed the doors though, so it can keep that in. Now, in addition to this, sometimes I also carry the fabric spray with me. It's super handy. It's very helpful. Okay, we're good to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this over here so it's all nice and closed. And then when we get to the gas station, I'll take it down and throw it out. Okay. This side's ready. This one looks like he's enjoying a nap. At least trying to figure out her drone. She had some dead batteries, I think.
Yeah.
So she's plugged in.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get this done. We are the sun. We are walking on sunshine. High knees, walking, walking, walking. This is actually a good way to stretch. Why don't we do the song of the day as our stretch routine every day? That would be smart. What do you think about the Ironwood?
I love it.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, we spent like a week out here.
Yeah.
Just
It was fun.
here.
It was fun. It's close to like a Starbucks. It's only like 12 miles away. And it was a good Starbucks. It was a brand new Starbucks. Now it's a couple years old, but cool.
Should I go like this?
Yeah, we're about to hit the road. Attempting to drone just to show off the campsite a little bit. We've made it a point to try to encourage each other when it comes to work a little bit. When you travel with your friends, a lot of times, like, especially if you do the same things, it can get really overwhelming sometimes when you move as fast as we do. So like we make it a point to try to encourage each other through like the things that we want to accomplish. So each time that we start traveling together, we kind of have a sit down where we talk about the things that we would personally like to do on this travel. And so like, for example, Riley, she has to go back to Vegas. She wanted to make sure that she was in a good place because Vegas gets really hot and she's not always getting out to be able to adventure in her backyard because it's just not good. So unless she's on the road, sometimes it just doesn't work. But I wanted to have a certain number of videos that would put me in line for being able to have my buffer, of course, but also during that time, we both wanted to work on our droning. We also wanted to work on like some different little admin things that are behind the scenes just to make life a little bit easier. And so we kind of encourage each other by saying, hey, are you good with this? And in like her case, I got out my drone this morning. I was like, hey, don't forget to drone. And so now she's trying to figure out the drone. This is new for Riley, so this is a big deal. She wants to really work on that. But that's what it is. When you're with friends, you get to pump each other up. You get to be each other's hype man. That's the best part. That's kind of how our entire group is anyway, though. When we were hanging out at Fisher's Landing, we were all going out to hear live music. And at one point in time, Brandy went out to go dance and we were all like, whoa! And then at one point in time, Mateo went out to dance and we were all like, whoa! Yeah, don't bring us to a quiet place. We'll hype each other up and it won't be so quiet anymore. In my inspection of the ground, I saw something shiny. Penny, find a penny, pick it up. And then all day, you'll have good luck. Hey, Riley, what was that craziness that you were doing in the background?
Saw that, huh?
Yeah, what was that?
Well, okay, so I haven't used my drone in a minute, and so I need to upgrade the firmware. And
Were you doing the YouTuber cell signal looking thing?
yeah, remember that one time?
Yeah. Okay.
So I was just trying to be like,
Please, cell gods, please give her service. Woohoo! Don't circle too much. Don't circle too much. I made that mistake and nearly fell over. Riley, look. I found a penny. It's good luck. To share my good luck with Riley so her drone would work.
so many good lucks, yes.
I tried, guys. So now she's just going to be aimlessly like, hi, guys. Oh, no service. I tried. See?
What's up? I need to upgrade the firmware on my drone, so I'm walking like this because, well, I only have 2 bars of service and it seems to be really slow, and I'm at 18% uploaded. Oh, it's at 20%!
Riley, might have lost her marbles somewhere in Arizona. I'm not sure. Do it, friend. You can do it. Meantime, on this chaotic day, I might as well go ahead and take down my window covers, put them in their place. There's definitely never a dull moment with me and Riley. You know how in regular life land you have coworkers and stuff like that, and sometimes you just don't get along with them, or sometimes like you have different interests than them, or sometimes like you just kind of see each other in passing. Well, I have the best coworkers known to man. My friends who also do YouTube, it is so cool to collaborate with them because like there's moments like this where you're just dying laughing. But then there's other moments where it's just like absolutely awesome. Like when we were hiking yesterday at Chiricahua, I was trying to hike down and Riley was able to film for me, and it just made it so much easier. And we have kind of the same creative vision, so it works well. At the same time, like it's one of those things that it's just, we enjoy helping one another out quite a bit. And so it's fun to see how that comes together in these like collaborations that a lot of you guys probably don't even know are fully collaboration. They're just videos that you watch. But on the other side of that, the work side of that, the less fun, glamorous side, I have this other person who kind of like gets how my mind works and how I want to share with you guys the beauty of places. And so when we travel together, it's super helpful. And the same for her. I like to shoot content for her as well. And then if any of our other friends ever need anything, I'm always like, oh, let me do this, because it lets me kind of expand my creativity. And like I mentioned earlier, we set goals for ourselves, and my goals are to always continue to improve the craft that I'm doing, not only for this channel, but for other projects that I'm working on outside of this. And I think that that is the best part of our job, other than the laughter. Of course, there's laughter. Now, a lot of you guys have said, oh my gosh, you guys are super funny when you travel together. Oh my gosh, if you only knew some of the chaos that doesn't get caught on film because we're just simply laughing too hard. There's a lot. And that's kind of indicative of our entire friend group. I can sit there and just sit back and just observe and enjoy, and I have a blast with every single person, and each person has their own unique connection, and I think that's what makes it so neat. Not all of them do YouTube, but the ones that do, you can see how their creative voice is expressed differently. And so it's really inspirational just to kind of be around people who kind of get it. And then for all of our friends who don't do YouTube, they tolerate us, they deal with us, and that's fine. But they're really cool about it, and it's okay. It looks like Riley finally got her update going though, so now she's just spinning in a circle. Oh, she's moved after circle time, and now she's trying to get something else done. She's in deep thought. Oh, there it goes. She finally got it figured out. Uh-oh, and then Tyson instantly is like, I don't like the drone. He did really well when I was droning earlier, but I think it's because he's still tired. He is now hype and spicy. I do need to get to a Walmart or a Michael's, possibly, whenever we go toward Vegas. That's another thing that's on my list. Just kind of putting together my thoughts while we're waiting on Riley this morning, and that is definitely something I need to do because I have, oh my goodness, I have so many patches right now that I need to put up here. So as I'm kind of assessing what all needs to happen, that's definitely one of them. Another thing that I need to do whenever I go to the Vegas area is I do need to possibly do some laundry because I have a nice big old bag established. Most of the reason this is so bulky is because it's like my winter stuff, and winter stuff just takes up way more room. So I'll probably do some laundry either at Riley's base camp, or I'll just find a laundromat. That's no big deal. Of course, that's in a couple days. We're still a couple days away from that, but kind of like assessing. This is a good time while you're waiting on a friend to just kind of like figure out, okay, well, what else do I need? Those are the things. I can't think of anything else that I necessarily have to have. Definitely don't need any clothes. Definitely don't need to buy anything other than patches. I'm going to try to find some interesting things to do in that area also. Riley will have to work, but I'm going to stick around for about a week, I think, just to kind of hang out whenever she's not working. And we have a plan for something that we are very, very excited about filming for you guys. So it should be interesting. Yeah, for now, we're just going to watch Riley like she's our television program right now. Her and Tyson are having a full-on conversation out there about the drone, it looks like. He's still not thrilled. Oh, she's positioning. She's positioning. You guys get to see the curated version of the chaos on the videos because otherwise it would just be too long, but this is what our days look like some days. Most of the time we're moving at lightning speed, but on the days that we actually are sitting still, we're trying to figure out different things, troubleshoot stuff, do little van projects, and laughing really hard at the chaos, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, this video is getting a little bit long, so I will let you guys know where we end up today. If we end up on an adventure, you're welcome to come along on the next episode. Otherwise, I'll share with you just all the other chaos that happens within a day. Because again, the good times just keep on rolling. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye!